The HTC One may still be a new device, but developers are doing what they do best. I'm Taylor Martin, this is Pocketnow, and these are a few mods that you can apply to your HTC One. The HTC One, as well as its biggest foe, the Galaxy S4, are the new kids on the block. And any Android developer who's somebody is halting or slowing development on older devices to focus on the newer hotness. However, both of these devices are still comparatively new, and on the ROM and modification front there's not a lot going on. Devs are getting their bearings, waiting on units to arrive, finding exploits, and building new mods for the new hardware. But fortunately for those early birds, there are some quick and easy mods lingering in the forums for tinkering right out of the gate. Of course, there are some prerequisites to these mods. You need to unlock your bootloader, which can be done at htcdev.com, and you will need to root your one. A how-to is linked in the description below. Once those two things are done, you're ready to begin modding. One of the best advantages of rooting a device is the ability to remove any bloatware that comes on a device. That help application you don't need, desktop sync software, or in our case, 7digital. We've got enough music stores as it is. A quick and easy way to remove and disable this bloatware is to install Titanium Backup. Find the application and uninstall. This can be done with practically any pre-installed application. Just beware what you uninstall, as removing some apps might break other services. As always, make a backup before making any changes, just in case. One aspect of the one that we found a bit odd was the unique button configuration. Android devices a few years back had 4 navigation buttons, now most have 3. The HTC One, however, has only 2, back and home. This means that all menu functions are on screen and the recent apps are accessed by double tapping the home button. A drawback to this is that when an application that has not been updated with Android's Action Overflow button, the menu soft button takes up a large portion at the bottom of the display. The One recently received support by Motocode Toolkit and the Xposed framework. This is installed by downloading and installing the Xposed installer APK, launching it, and pressing the Install Update button. You then download the accompanying zip file and flash it using a custom recovery. Then, download and install the Motocode Toolkit app and find the Enable button options in the HTC One submenu. Reboot the device, open Settings, navigate to Display, Gestures, and Buttons, and check the Back button field. Now, long pressing the back button acts as a menu function and removes the black action bar for the soft menu key. Also, by installing the Motocode Toolkit, there are several other mods that can be applied. Among those is the ability to enable app buttons, or enable the disable button and notification toggle in app settings. Why this is useful to One owners is because the power saver function on the One is always displayed in the notification shade and the status bar. By checking the Enable App Buttons mod in Motocode Toolkit and rebooting the device, you can disable the always on power saver notification and clean up the status bar. Another useful mod in Motocode Toolkit is the ability to hide the battery meter. This is helpful if you use an application like Battery Widget Reborn, which displays a small battery meter with a number percentage. Simply check the box in the Motocode Toolkit app and reboot. You also have the ability to add a blink feed icon in the application drawer. Why would anyone want this exactly? I, for example, use Action Launcher Pro for my default launcher, but I do occasionally find myself reverting back to the stock Cinch launcher to browse blink feed. By having the BlinkFeed app in the application drawer, it sort of turns BlinkFeed into its own app instead of a full-on launcher. Pressing the home button takes you back to your default launcher. The final mod is the ability to apply a customized advanced power menu, which is the pop-up menu that displays when you hold the power button. This mod is simply applied by downloading the associated zip file and flashing it through a custom recovery. During the flash process, you can choose from 2 types of advanced power menus, full or compact. The full menu shows options for power off, reboot, kid mode, airplane mode, mobile network, screen capture, and sound mode. Compact hides the mobile network and kid mode toggles. If you press restart, you are taken to a submenu that lets you choose how you want to reboot. Either a normal reboot, hot reboot, safe mode, to the recovery, or bootloader. These mods are rather simple, but they definitely improve the Sense 5 interface and clean up shop a bit. There are also sure to be plenty more mods after the device has been around a bit longer. So that's going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and be sure to follow us in all the usual places: Twitter, Google+, and Facebook at Pocketnow. You can follow me on Twitter at CasperTech. I'm Taylor Martin, and I'll see you next time.